Delacey, I was here with Third Movement. Want to bring a video to you guys. If you see the video that's playing in the background, this is from last night. I was watching the basketball game, and then I was like, you know what? I haven't seen news in a while. Let me flip over and see what's going on in the news. And this was on Fox News Channel. Now it was late in the night. The game was I guess came on kind of late and everything. So the other news channels wasn't even playing news. They was playing different stories and things. So CNN and all that, they really wasn't playing news. But on Fox News, this was the big story right here. This was breaking news. Donald Trump won't, says he will not participate in the Republican debate. Um, and for me, I had a problem with that. And I just want to kind of start this video because it's a lot of things going to happen in this video. We're going to talk about the new style of podcast I may be forced to be doing for a little bit. I also want to talk about the channel growth and things I will and won't do for the channel growth. But yeah, just give you an overall update of Third Movement and everything we're doing. So let's get back to the story. So why I have a problem with this being going on is simply just because we have issues in the world that we could talk about, right? We can talk about Flint and the water situation. We can talk about a lot of different things that's going on in the world, but we're focused on a candidate. Is news even news anymore? Like, is this a serious? Are we taking this serious? And if we're not taking this serious, what are we gonna do to get serious news? It's people being indoctrinated with the news. We'll get into that in another video. And they're believing a certain way, and it's causing war in America. Not maybe not be the war that just dropping bombs, but we are doing things to each other that's tearing this country apart. And when will we see that? When will we see that the news for what it is? We'll get into that in a whole nother video. But I just kind of wanted to bring the attention to that. Um, so podcast. I was on the road there. I was doing like at least 3 podcasts a week, and I enjoy it. I really enjoy podcasting. I have to send my computer in. What I was podcasting on was on my computer, and I had to send it in to get some work done. I told you guys it broke. The screen broke, and I want to get some memory added to it. So I will be without my computer for a while, and I will have to be doing videos again from my tablet, which I have no problem with. I really love doing videos from my tablet. I'm doing this one from my tablet. I really love doing it, but it only allows me 15 minutes per video, and I try to go with an hour podcast. So what I'm gonna end up doing is doing a 15-minute podcast every day, a mini podcast until I get my computer back. How long that would be, I have no idea. Who I use to fix my computer is pretty fast about it and everything, and I just say, you know what, it's better to do it now. But I don't want to stop. I've taken a excuse me. I took a week and some days. I took some days off, simply just because I don't, I've been discouraged, right? I've been in a place where, if many of you don't know, I got laid off from my job, and I'm trying to find a new one and everything, and I have provision to keep me for a little while. So I said, I really wanna take a stab at doing this ministry full time, and do a lot of things for the ministry and for people. I've been the last few weeks been in a place where, okay, it seems like it seems like every time you know that feeling, every time you take a footstep forward, it feel like you're taking 4 back, or you get pushed from back 4 times, and that's kind of where I am. When I was doing the podcast on my laptop, it was really good until it was time for the editing and the upload process. No lie, I was getting done with the podcast around like 10 in the morning. I would get up around 8, start the process around 8. I mean, I get up before then. But I start the process around 8 of doing the podcast and everything. By the time I get done and get to the editing board, it'll take me hours just to edit because my computer is just so slow. It had, I think it only had like 1 gig memory, and I'm learning about computers right now. So it had 1 gig memory, and it was really not what I needed. I'm trying to build it into what I needed instead of going just buying a new one, which that may be a possibility. I may have to just cough up the money and get a pretty good one if I can get a good deal on it. But you know, so I just start feeling bad. Like, okay, maybe this isn't for me. Right, that moment where you want to give up. Well, this ain't for me. So what I did was I just didn't do a podcast last week, and I spent time in the Word in the morning and the time that I was doing the podcast. And I just read through Psalms, and then I started reading through First and Second Samuel. And I really have some stuff to say after I read through Samuel, man. This First and Second Samuel. I love David's character, man. David's character is just amazing. But we'll get into that in some other video. So I've been kind of like just and the thing I prayed even before I did this video. I prayed and I just get the overwhelming feeling that, you know what, it's not time to give up. The Bible talks about in Revelations a crown for overcoming, right? So to get that crown, we obviously must overcome, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been here before. I'm 32 years old, and since I left college, and I didn't finish college, but since I left college, I've had work. I've had a steady income. I knew where money was coming from, and I knew where money had to go. So I really, really did know. I really did know, what was coming in and what was going out, and like now, that study income isn't coming in anymore. And I got provision for myself and my family right now. I have provision, but it's that what if, kind of like living in tomorrow. And we as American, as the world system, period, is set up for you to live in tomorrow, right? We gotta have our retirement put away. We gotta have the rainy days pay set up, and these are things that we should. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have these things. We should, but there comes a point in life where you have to go by faith, and that's where I'm at. I'm at a place where I have to live on faith. I have to trust in God that He would not forsake me. I have to trust in God that the righteous won't be begging for bread. And then to be honest with you, I've came out, and this is a bit of a testimony. I've came out of a church system, where it's told that you have to give and to receive, and I'm shaking off that belief, I'm shaking off that belief, but at the same time, you can't go through a system like that and it not affects you even when you leave the system. So for me, it's been the journey and the fight of, okay, I'm gonna trust in God, even when I don't have anything to give Him. I'm gonna trust in God, even when things are tough and rough. I have to trust in God. Right now, with trying to get the channel, the ministry, build a ministry, I'm trusting in God, and I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing growth on Twitter. I'm seeing a little bit of growth on YouTube. I'm at 91 subscribers, so it's growth there. We had a bunch of growth on Facebook, and then it stopped. So it's growth there, and there's things that I need to do, but it's still, it's still kind of like, well, I have to live on faith, and I need you guys to do me a favor. I really need you to pray for me and pray for this ministry. Pray for what you think. Pray for the vision of this ministry. Pray for me. It seems like, I promise you, it seems like when I started this ministry to now, I've fought a battle I've never fought before with doing ministry. I mean, before I did the ministry, everything was going like the way that it's supposed to go for me. And then once I started doing the ministry, it seemed like it's just all quote unquote hell breaking loose. And I laugh about it because I trust in God. I trust in God. It Everything that I go through in this ministry, it's the reason I'm going through it. It's not, oh Lord, I'm doing this for you. You gotta do this for me. That's not what it's about. It's about the journey. It's about what I really want, and what I really want is to help folks' lives, to help people rebuild folks. Everything that we talk about here, that's what I really want to do. So I want to take this time to promote you to pray for this ministry, to really see the vision and come and be a part of this ministry in any way you can possible, whether it be in like and say, I'm going to be somebody that's going to help this brother by just passing his videos on different social medias or telling people about this brother. And you know, either way, any way you want to come upon it, let God put on your heart how you want to be a part of this ministry. I don't know what's in my throat. It sounds like a frog or something, but I've been studying YouTube growth, right? Because cannot be a part of this ministry. We want growth, but we want growth that's going to lead to salvation, right? Lead to people saved and changed. That's going to lead to salvation, and then there's going to be discipline. I'm sorry, not discipline, but there's going to be discipleships making. This discipleship is discipline. But anyways, this discipleship making. So that's what the ministry is really about. So I've been looking at ways to do that best, and I think I don't. It may be a slow growth. I'm cool with having a slow growth because I don't want to just go and do this and do that and have all this growth, but it don't be nothing serious. If I have to take my time and grow this the correct way and growing it, then I'm fine with that. But I do want to be more intentional about growth. I do want to. I have a lot of more things that I want to do, and growth will help that. You know, I want to do a live podcast or a blog talk radio show. I want to do a lot of these different things, but sometimes it's just about just being patient into growth. And I've been studying different YouTubers and I've been studying the whole YouTube Academy and everything, and a lot of stuff is just not practical with a ministry of what I think a ministry should grow. So I'm always do it, and for me, I'm real conscious about selling out. I don't wanna ever be put in a position where I am a wolf in sheep clothing, right? So if I'm to do a ministry here and it's to get mega, then I want it. And what I mean by mega is, to me, anything over 200 people is mega to me. That's huge. And but if I ever get to where I'm into thousands, because that's very possible, I want to be sure that this is first of all from God, right? That everybody in the ministry is obedient to God. And then number two is that I don't want to put something that's not authentically the gospel and not authentically me. I want my life to line up with the gospel. So I don't want to do things like do this because I can get more views or do that because I'm getting more views. Then selling out happen. I don't ever want to sell out. I don't want that to be who I am. And I'm not motivated by money to do this, but I do understand that that's something that I may need. So like I said, I've been studying different things to do and everything, I've decided, I'm gonna do the things that I can, but then growth have to come from Jesus. Growth is really gonna have to come from the Father if it's gonna happen on this channel. So that's a little bit where Third Ministry is. I want you to go ahead and like this page. I'm sorry, like the YouTube video, or go to youtube.com/Third Movement and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you comment so I can know you're listening and know what's up with you, and then we can get into community. Go over Facebook and like the Facebook. Go at Third on Twitter. IMTHIRD movement. Third movement, and go ahead and start following us. I'll follow you back so we can start building that community. So this is a little bit update of everything that's going on. Many podcast will be starting next week. Delay Cell on Third Movement.